I am test driving Mercedes-Benz hottest and latest sports car, the all-new Mercedes-AMG GT S. Actually, the GT is the second sports car developed entirely by AMG. My name is Sarah Sauer and you're watching another episode of FLD Tours. I know that there's been lots of discussion about the design of the GT. People were reminded of the SLS AMG, but often the name Porsche has been dropped regarding the design of this car. And well, I must say, to be honest, that when I first saw the GT on pictures, Porsche was like the first name that came up to my mind as well. But then I have to say, standing next to this car, it is indeed a unique car and a unique design. What makes this car so beautiful, for example, are those power domes up here on this very long and massive hood, the air intakes here on the hood, and then let's have a closer look at the front. What we've got here is full LED, high performance headlights, and then there's this AMG typical grille. It's a 3D radiator grille with a single blade frame in here, and of course the central star in here. And then down there's this AMG typical A-wing. It is indeed the tail of this car that led to discussions about, this looks like a Porsche, because here you can see its broad shoulders, its proportions, the smooth surface again. But I don't think so. Standing next to it, nah, it's not like this. And what I pretty much like is that, in contrast to the broad shoulders and this big butt, those narrow taillights. They're very long, very narrow, and there's something new. Mercedes-AMG now uses sequential turning signals, meaning there are 18 LEDs in here, and they illuminate the headlights from the inside to the outside. What else do we have? Looking at the tail, an A-wing again, carbon fiber of course, and the AMG exhaust system, and I promise you, the sound that comes out of those tailpipes, the second thing, which is pretty much eye-catching, at least if you look close enough, is the fact that there are almost no lines, no shadow lines. And indeed, AMG told us that they really avoided any lines, especially here in the shoulder region. So the surface of the GT and the GTS is pretty much smooth. There are no edges, no nothing. There's just this little line down there and that's it. And I think this makes the car look even more, powerful and massive. Follow me inside, step inside, or rather fall inside, and you'll be welcomed by an outstanding looking interior. You immediately recognize that you are sitting in an AMG model, as this is the AMG performance steering wheels, as those are AMG sport seats which hold me pretty tight. And the most important thing in here is this part. We got 8 buttons arranged in this V in the center console that is V-shaped. I wonder where this comes from. I mean, V8? Does that ring a bell? Most importantly, this button up here is for the different driving modes. Then there is the start-stop button to start or stop the engine. We have an ESP button. We have a suspension button. Then a button for the infotainment system, or at least for the volume of the infotainment system. A button for the transmission. If you push this button, then you can shift manually. And yeah, this is like a very fun button down here. It's for the exhaust system. As soon as you push this, then the flaps open and you get the real AMG badass sports car sound. Now let's talk about what this car is all about. Performance. Under the hood you find a 4-liter twin-turbo V8 engine, and there is this AMG motto, one man, one engine. In this case it must be one woman, one engine, as this engine here is manufactured, handcrafted by a woman. Thank you very much. Anyhow, in the GT, the V8 produces 462 horsepower, but here in the GTS 510 horsepower with a maximum torque of 479 pound-foot. The front mid-engine is combined with the AMG 7-speed dual clutch transmission at the rear axle, and altogether 0 to 60 miles per hour comes in just 3.7 seconds with a maximum speed of 193 miles per hour. Have you ever heard anything about the so-called hot inside V? Well, the V8 in here has 2 turbochargers mounted on the outside of the cylinder banks, but rather inside the V configuration. And this is what experts call the so-called hot inside V. Plus, together with dry sump lubrication, there are the following benefits. There is a compact engine design and a very low center of gravity for more, fun driving. There's only one information left that might interest you. What about the price tag? I can tell you that the AMG GT S costs around 100,035 euros. I don't know the price tag in dollars. You might ask your local dealer. Well, so far, my name is Sarah Sauer. You were watching Apple Detours, and I see you guys next time. Bye-bye. The GTS is standing on 19 yellow... is the fact that there are no cut. And there's even more carbon fiber, as our test car is equipped with the